Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. It's always about fees. That's right. It's always about fees. When you're investing in anything, it's about fees, but especially 401ks. Let me explain to you how you get screwed with a 401k. Nobody will tell you this. You'll be told with a $25,000 investment, your 401k will return 7%, and over 30 years, you'll retire with a nest egg of $226,000 with a fee of 0.5%. That is a lie. Do you know if you just bump it from 0.5% to 1.5%, that $226,000 drops to $160 with 2% fee? It drops to $123. But you know what most fees are? 3%. So you're going to drop almost below $100,000. Join my gang, philsgang.com, and get rid of that 401k. It is not for your benefit.
Isn't it time you reduce your fear of investing? Find out more at philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
At St. Jude, a family never sees a bill at all. It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders.
The treatment doesn't get any better than what you receive at St. Jude. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures. Saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. Everybody says, I hear it everywhere, no matter where I go, I'm not going to get into the stock market because it's rigged. And I think, what are you, nuts? That's exactly why I want to get into the market. Here, listen to this.
We front-loaded at the Federal Reserve an enormous rally in order to accomplish a wealth effect.
But we front-loaded at the Federal Reserve an enormous rally. So are you telling me you don't want to get into a market where they front-loaded an enormous rally, where they fixed it to go up? You don't want to get in? What are you, nuts? Of course you want to get in. See, your fear is, once you get in, you're fearful you're not going to get out in time. Well, that fear is gone. That's why I designed the Max Investor 1000 for the color code technology. It'll get you out before it crashes. Believe me. Join my gang, philsgang.com.
Isn't it time you reduce your fear of investing? Find out more at philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
It's pretty amazing when you consider that 7 years ago, we didn't have the treatments we have now. We cure 80% of children with cancer. Go back 50 years, we were curing 20 to 30%. This is the miracle story of modern medicine. We understand what makes this cancer tick. And of course, without donors from around the world, this just couldn't happen. There's one thing we're focused on, and that's beating this thing.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures. Saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Phil Grandy is a career businessman who has also been an entrepreneur all his life. He has used his business skills to take companies on the abyss of bankruptcy and bringing them back to profitability. Phil has been honored by Inc. magazine for the 500 fastest growing privately held companies and has been recognized with a prestigious Entrepreneur of the Year award. From the real estate to gas and oil industries to the stock market, Phil Grandy has mastered his line of business from start to finish. And with a passionate desire to make you a profitable investor, only Phil teaches you and guides you to make informed, unemotional investment decisions. And you'll gain the knowledge of what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. If you want to learn from the best and strengthen your ability to invest, then turn to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com. Simply call Phil's Gang at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, people make it too complicated. Wall Street tells you the market cap and the trailing PE and the forward PE and price to sales to confuse you. All you need to know is, does the stock have volume? What's that mean? Energy. What does that mean? If you have people buying a stock, enough of the stock's being bought, it influences the prices to go up. Join my gang, philsgang.com. We're using charting, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
El que St. Jude no cobra ni un centavo para nosotros significa quitarnos todo ese estrés, esa preocupación y podernos enfocar en nuestra hija.
That was the first thing I was like, how are we going to do this? When St. Jude told us that we didn't have to pay a single bill, I was like, wow. They pretty much have saved us.
It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders, and now your focus is supporting this child.
There is not another hospital like St. Jude. The patient care is unmatchable. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. We're a teaching format. Boy, do we give good service. You know, buying a stock doesn't have to be complicated. The reason why Wall Street makes it complicated is so to make you think you need to hire them. You can do better without them, believe me, because you're not going to have those big fees. Come to Phil's Gang, where we'll show you an easy way to buy a stock. philsgang.com, where we don't make it complicated but profitable.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264. The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
Well, they're keeping the rates artificially low so the economy doesn't go down, so that Obama can say he did a good job. That's the only reason that the rates are so low. So they're keeping the rates artificially low so Obama can, go out, play golf after January and say that he did a good job. It's a very false economy. We have a false economy. We have a bad economy. Everyone understands that, but it's a false economy. The only reason the rates are low is so he can leave office and he can say, see, I told you.
Of course it's a false economy. It's a real false economy. I mean, what isn't false? We have a false GDP number. We have a false unemployment number. We have a fake jobs report, fake earnings, fake stock prices, a fake economy. Hey, how about the fake recovery? What recovery? In fact, we just over the weekend got some more data after following last week's manufacturing numbers, which were terrible. New orders, 7-year low. It confirmed manufacturing is collapsing. And over Labor Day, we got more numbers. We got our service numbers, which is based on surveys over 400 executives in the private sector service companies. Now, the surveys cover transportation, communication, financial, business and personal services, computing and information technology, hotels, restaurant, and all these service jobs have fell to their weakest since 2014. These are the service jobs. That's what's been keeping the economy up. It's pointing to an annualized GDP growth rate now of just 1%, folks. We're not growing. Trump's right. Everything's been fake. Everything's fake. I said last week, what sense does it make to have these stupid zero interest rates, which causing this high inflation, and it eats away at our money, the real value of money. The more money they print, the more money they print. You go to the grocery store, you used to get a full bag of groceries for $100. Now you get a quarter bag for $100. So what good are these low rates? It causes high P ratios. That looks wonderful. But the consumer, he's got a problem. In fact, the consumer market got a problem. It can't expand. So what good are these zero rates they're giving us? What sense does it make? It makes no sense, these zero rates. It only makes sense for who? For the big hedge funds, for the banksters, for our government to borrow money cheaply. But it makes no sense for the economy. keeping these rates this low. It's killing the economy. Welcome to Phil's Gang, coast to coast around the country, off the Wall Street Radio Network. Hope you had a great Labor Day weekend. I did, until I went and got another root canal today. It's just starting to, Novocaine's starting to wear off. No, I'm starting to dread it. But we'll see what happens. I'm a professional. I'll make it through the show no matter how much pain I have. I promise you that. And no drooling. I will. My producer, don't drool. Well, we had Labor Day weekend. Labor Day. How many people really know what Labor Day is? Just like Memorial Day. How many people really know what Memorial Day means? They don't. Labor Day, to most people, think it's hamburgers, hot dogs, and, it's time to go buy furniture at a great discount. That's what Labor Day means. You know that Labor Day was made official in 1894? And it was about, Labor Day is to be celebrated, or Labor Day is a reminder. The reason why we get Labor Day is a reminder of the first labor movement. The Pullman railroad cars. George Pullman, he built the railroad cars. And during the Depression, things were tough. Now, he was providing rentals to his workers. He housed his workers. He had to cut wages. He had no choice. Depression was really bad. He cut wages, but he raised rents, causing a violent strike. This is what Labor Day is all about, in remembrance of this. They brought the military in. It intervened. 30 strikers were killed. 57 were wounded. Property damages back then, in those numbers, back then exceeded $800 million. Now, Labor Day is also a remembrance of the beginning of outsourcing. That's right. To China and India, who, remember, they changed their attitude towards capitalism after the collapse of the Communist Soviet Union in 1991. Outsourcing started in 1989, but was not formally identified as a business strategy until 1996. Now, outsourcing is responsible for the decline in the labor participation rate that we're having so much trouble with. It's the lowest in 40 years because of outsourcing. What sense did outsourcing make? Other than for the CEOs and large shareholders make a fortune. And what sense does it make? You could go and buy a cheap shirt, cheap pair of pants, but you lost your job. Or you went from full-time to part-time. So nobody really benefited. What are you, nuts? By the year 2000, America's labor force has shrunk more than any other advanced nation. And now it's set at a 40-year low. You know why? Because of the 9 million discouraged workers. Do you know in 2007 we had 4 million discouraged workers? Now those are people who dropped out looking for work because they believe there's no meaningful jobs available. They haven't worked in a year. They've been looking and looking. And they can't. All they can find is some terrible service job. So they just gave up. Think about it. In the last few months, we're always getting 150,000 jobs, average. But nobody mentions on every 150,000 jobs that are produced every month, that same month, 550,000 discouraged workers drop out. But they don't mention that. They didn't mention that over the weekend. See, so when you think of Labor Day, it does not signify the last day of summer, hey, time to go back to school, or the big discounts on furniture. No, it's all about labor. It should be a day of reflection. How this administration and Congress has failed to address our economic needs. Low wages, that's right, low wages. Which not only are a big part of our so-called recovery? What recovery? But low wages are terrible because they get rid of the middle class. They eat away at the middle class. When you go from a full-time job to a part-time job, next stop is poverty. Not only are wages at a 30-year low, But medium average income, and people are shocked when they hear this, 25 grand a year in this country, 50 for a household that they're married. 92 million Americans, or 37% of the working adult population, don't have a job. And here's the worst number of all that this administration should be ashamed of, should have been impeached for. The middle class is shrinking at an alarming rate. Why? Because 7 million adults in the middle class in their prime working years, between age 25 and 55, are unemployed. What are you, nuts? We'll be right back. 15 past the hour here on Phil's Gang. Join my gang.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Do you invest in a 401k or an IRA? Did you know you could lose 30, 40, even 50% of your investments when the market crashes? It's time you take control of your investments. For over 15 years, philsgang.com's Phil Grandy has been teaching, coaching, and investing right along with all Phil's Gang members, making profits when the market is up or down. philsgang.com posts daily market updates, has a live investing class, and all material is archived. Sounds too good to be true? Why not join thousands of satisfied Phil's Gang customers today? Go to philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264.
For more information, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You hear me talk about 401ks every day on my radio show. Why? Because it's such a disservice. 89 million Americans have a 401k. There's 638,000 plans. And the father of the 401k, Ted Brenner, even admitted they're a scam. He doesn't endorse them anymore because of the ridiculous fees. You got to get away from those fees. Remember, every 1% fee, they take 30% of your retirement money. The average fund is 2.5%. 60% of the money is going to be gone when you're ready to retire. You don't need to do that. There's an alternative. Join my gang, philsgang.com. philsgang.com. Seek out the alternative. Give yourself a break. philsgang.com. Sign up today.
Find out more at philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, there's nothing worse than you're investing in a stock and during the day something happens and you don't know what to do. You don't know who to call. Or you call somebody and they just give you a bunch of BS. Not here at Phil's Gang. We value every gang member. During the day, you got a question about your stock, you contact us. We have the best service in the world. philsgang.com. You're not alone. You're a gang member.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264.
Do you invest in a 401k or an IRA? Did you know you could lose 30, 40, even 50% of your investments when the market crashes? It's time you take control of your investments. For over 15 years, philsgang.com's Phil Grandy has been teaching, coaching, and investing right along with all Phil's Gang members, making profits when the market is up or down. philsgang.com posts daily market updates, has a live investing class, and all material is archived. Sounds too good to be true? Why not join thousands of satisfied Phil's Gang customers today? Go to philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
For more information, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
philsgang.com. As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
At St. Jude, a family never sees a bill at all. It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders.
The treatment doesn't get any better than what you receive at St. Jude. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, most people get involved with a 401k because of the employer match. They really believe that there's free money. There's no free money. It's a scam. Here's how it works. You ever notice that you can't get the money all at once? Why not? Why don't they just give you the match all at once? Why over 6 years? Because they know only 12% of the people who work for a company stay for 6 years or more. Only 12% are there for 6 years. That's why they plugged it to 6 years. They know you're not going to stay. So it's not for your benefit. It's for the benefit of the company. It's a scam. There's an alternative, though. Phil's Gang. Join my gang. philsgang.com. philsgang.com.
Find out more at philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264. You're listening to the Phil's Gang Show with Phil Grandy. Be sure to check out the all-new Phil's Gang website at philsgang.com.
Oh, they even went after my foundation last week. Now, that was really funny to me. Somebody asked me what I thought about it. I said, well, here's what I did. I was sort of Robin Hood, except I didn't rob anybody. I just asked people with money to give it to people who didn't have money.
Wow. What a lie that is. Only 10%, 9.9% to be exact, of the money they take in goes to charity. The rest goes to their pocket. Welcome back to Phil's Gang. It's 21 past the hour. Okay, let's go and make some money. How about that?
Stock Corner is brought to you by the Phil's Gang Max Investor 1000 stock charts.
And I have some important events that I want to share with everybody. Okay. First of all, both are on the same day, September 10th. Branson Summers is a 17-month-old. And you got to look. He's on the front page of my site, philsgang.com. Go to the front page. You see the little boy. He's on a beach. And he has a very rare eye condition called aniridia. I know I'm not pronouncing it correctly. Aniridia. And we are supporting this benefit for Branson. And he has this disease. I mean, I said again, 17-month-old. He doesn't know what's going on. He's losing his eyesight. If we don't save his eyesight, can you imagine a 17-month-old baby? All of a sudden he wakes up and everything is black. How terrifying that could be. How painful it is for the parents. We got to do something. We had the same situation 2 years ago with another boy, and we were able to raise enough money to send him to special surgery and save his eyesight. And we need your help again, please, with Branson. I mean, this is terrible. 17-month-old. So go to my site. It's going to be held September 10th, 4:30 to 11 p.m. Robarts Arena, and everybody knows where that is. Cost $20 advance, $25 at the door. Kids under 12, $5. Now, the reason why I'm saying this all over the nation, even though it's local here, usually I'll run these local events on my local stations and not across all my stations. But this is such an incredible situation. I'm hoping that people from all over the country who listen to me will take a look at the picture of this poor 17-month-old baby who has this terrible disease, and please help us, okay? Please. And you just go there and you'll get all the information how you can donate and help. Now, on a brighter note, we have the same day, we have the Walter Scheer book signing, good friend of mine. It's going to be held at the, of course, at Servando's restaurant downtown Sarasota. Now, that's going to be held the same day between 5 and 9 p.m. Don't miss that. And that's Walter Scheer's book, great book. We did this once before. We're going to do it again. And it's Walter's Way, terrific book about a terrific man. And all of the money from Walter's book signing goes to support the Center for Discover. where people with disabilities work hard to find a way forward as they shape lives of meaning. And what an incredible man. And the money that he gives to the Center Discover is unbelievable, and he helps people. So there's 2 great events. Go to my website, philsgang.com. All the information is there. Okay? And we're sharing this with everybody around the country so you can help. All right. Let's talk about making some money. All right. Now, this is amazing. No matter what the stock market does, right now the stock market has been going in this range of about 1%. Been going sideways for about 3 months now, 2 months, more than 2 months in this range. Matter of fact, I'll give you the exact date. The market started after we had this great rally, okay, after the Brexit, and we had the big drop. And then the plunger team came in and rigged the market to stop the market from going down. It's called the plunger team. And you can see it right here on my site if you're following me. And then it had this one rally, big rally, and everything stopped because it was a fake rally. It was fake. It was fake. They forced, this market should have went down 25% when that Brexit announcement came out, where the EU, okay, left. When Great Britain said, that's it, we're leaving the Union. And so all the shorts were forced into this cover. It didn't go up because of profits or free cash flow. It went up because it was rigged to force all these people who were shorting. And then it stopped dead. The market stopped dead on let's give me the date here. Market stopped dead. Let me get it for you here. It's probably just right around July 15th. The market dropped dead, and then it went sideways. We had job numbers that came out on August 5th, I think it was, and it rallied up a little bit, and we've been going sideways August 5th to today. We're the trading range is so narrow. It's a historic range. Is so narrow. We've never seen this before. So what's happening? Why is this market so narrow? What's going on? Why the market's not moving? Because there is no fear in the market. Everybody believes that 0% interest rates are here to stay forever. And when you look on a chart, it's called a VIX index. And when the VIX index is very, very low, where it is, it's telling you that there's no fear. No fear in the market. Everybody thinks these 0 interest rates are here to stay. They're not here to stay. It's working against the economy. There's 2 things that are going to happen. The market's either going to have a violent crash. I don't think that'll happen until Hillary's elected. Or they're going to come in with QE and have a violent rally to wrap this thing up for Hillary going into the election. Either way, if you use my MV2, my color-coded chart, it doesn't matter to you. It doesn't. You can have the least experience of all. All you got to know is when's it going to turn green? When's it going to turn red? It's all you got to know. And right now it's turned red, which is telling you to take money out of the market. There's nothing better than my MV2 color-coded chart, because right now it's red, telling you to take the money out of the market. Now I will give you a free copy of the MV2. Just call my 877-600-GANG, that number, and they'll give you all the information how you get it free.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grant at philsgang.com. Everybody says, I hear it everywhere, no matter where I go, I'm not going to get into the stock market because it's rigged. And I think, what are you, nuts? That's exactly why I want to get into the market. Here, listen to this.
We front-loaded at the Federal Reserve an enormous rally in order to accomplish a wealth effect.
But we front-loaded at the Federal Reserve an enormous rally. So are you telling me you don't want to get into a market where they front-loaded an enormous rally, where they fixed it to go up? You don't want to get in? What are you, nuts? Of course you want to get in. See, your fear is, once you get in, you're fearful you're not going to get out in time. Well, that fear is gone. That's why I designed the Max Investor 1000, the color code technology. It'll get you out before it crashes. Believe me. Join my gang, philsgang.com.
Isn't it time you reduce your fear of investing? Find out more at philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
Do you invest in a 401k or an IRA? Did you know you could lose 30, 40, even 50% of your investments when the market crashes? It's time you take control of your investments. For over 15 years, Phil'sGang.com's Phil Grandy has been teaching, coaching, and investing right along with all Phil's Gang members, making profits when the market is up or down. Phil'sGang.com posts daily market updates, has a live investing class, and all material is archived. Sounds too good to be true? Why not join thousands of satisfied Phil's Gang customers today? Go to philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264.
For more information, simply go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. Everybody says, I hear it everywhere, no matter where I go, I'm not going to get in the stock market because it's rigged. And I think, what are you, nuts? That's exactly why I want to get into the market. Here, listen to this.
We front-loaded at the Federal Reserve an enormous rally in order to accomplish the wealth effect.
But we front-loaded at the Federal Reserve an enormous rally. So are you telling me you don't want to get into a market where they front-loaded an enormous rally, where they fixed it to go up? You don't want to get in? What are you, nuts? Of course you want to get in. See, your fear is, once you get in, you're fearful you're not going to get out in time. Well, that fear is gone. That's why I designed the Max Investor 1000 for the color code technology. It'll get you out before it crashes. Believe me. Join my gang, philsgang.com.
Isn't it time you reduce your fear of investing? Find out more at philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, people make it too complicated. Wall Street tells you the market cap and the trailing PE and the forward PE and price to sales to confuse you. All you need to know is, does the stock have volume? What's that mean? Energy. What does that mean? If you have people buying a stock, enough of the stock's being bought, it influences the prices to go up. Join my gang, philsgang.com. We're using charting, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
El que San Jude no cobra ni un centavo para nosotros significa quitarnos todo ese estrés, esa preocupación y podernos enfocar en nuestra hija.
That was the first thing I was like, how are we going to do this? When St. Jude told us that we didn't have to pay a single bill, I was like, wow. They pretty much have saved us.
It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders, and now your focus is supporting this child.
There is not another hospital like St. Jude. The patient care is unmatchable. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, people make it too complicated. Wall Street tells you the market cap and the trailing PE and the forward PE and price to sales to confuse you. All you need to know is, does the stock have volume? What's that mean? Energy. What does that mean? If you have people buying a stock, enough of the stock's being bought, it influences the prices to go up. Join my gang, philsgang.com. We're using charting, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back to Phil's Gang Radio Show. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. We're talking about the market is setting up either for an incredible crash like we've never seen before. We've been going sideways in this market now for months, in a small range. That means that the market is breaking down. You just need one catalyst. And it usually happens in September and October. That's when you get the crashes and the corrections. The only thing that's going to prevent it if we do another QE. We don't know if that's coming. I believe that will happen. But here's what I'm doing for my gang. I'm making sure that we're set that they have their MV2 all set to go, because it will tell them just a color code. When it turns from green to red, hey, get your money out of the market. It works. It works. And if you don't believe it, I'm going to give it to you free for 4 weeks to try it. All you have to do is sign up for a membership, Phil's Gang. It's only $39.95, and you get this for $24.95 for nothing. And you'll see at the end of 4 weeks it works, and it'll give you the comfort. What it does, it gives you the comfort. There's nothing worse than being in a market and you got somebody controlling it. You have no control. You got to depend on some dope, some planner, some money manager. You got to depend on some dope. That's a terrible feeling. Oh, it's an awful feeling. You don't have to depend on anybody now because this works. And you're going to have this for 4 weeks, and you'll see how accurate it is. So I'll give it to you free. Here's the number, 877-600-GANG, 877-600-GANG. You're calling right here in Sarasota, Florida. And Steve will pick up your call, or Alex, and they'll explain the program. So get it now before we shut the program off. And here, let me give you an example. This is interesting. Oils are coming back. And I told my gang, let's start buying the oil refiners when nobody else was buying them. And it was red, telling us the money was coming out. It stayed red for quite a while. Then it turned green. If you're on my site right now, or you have a mobile device, you'll see it. And it turned green, red to green on Valero. This is around July 14th. Okay, right in here, July 14th. And then from July 14th, it stayed green all the way up until September 5th, right here. It turned red. That was to tell you to take your money out or get ready to short it, go the other way. Do you know that was a 10% return? You didn't have to know anything about the stock. Nothing. You didn't have to know anything about the company. You didn't have to know anything about the stock, the people, what the numbers were, what it does. All you had to know is it turned from red to green, you bought it. And it turned red, you got out. 10% return. And this is no lie. You'll see it's right here. It's right here. If you go on my site, philsking.com, and just click on where it says live. That's a Valero. That was 10%. Then I'll give you another one after. Same thing. It works. So call now, 877-600-GANG, and sign up for this. It's free because September and October is when all the crashes come, when all the events happen. You will be ready like my gang. Try it for 4 weeks. You'll see it's not a joke. Here's the joke. You want to hear the joke? Here's the joke. I hate politicians. Now, and I told you, I don't like Democrats. I don't like Republicans. Now, when I say Democrats, there's a difference between Democrats and liberals. They are different. You got to understand that. And I'll explain the difference between a Democrat and a liberal later on. But listen to these people. Just because they're Democrats and they're backing Hillary, they have to lie. Why do you have to lie? Tell the truth. Listen to this.
The labor force participation rate has been good news for the economy in the last couple of years.
How could it be good news for the economy? The labor participation rate's the lowest in 40 years. We have 9 million discouraged workers. He's a liar.
I have my Trump hedge on. In the event Donald wins, I have no doubt in my mind the market tanks.
The market's not going to tank if he wins. See, these two support Hillary. So they're going to say anything. That's why I like charting, because I don't have to listen to these dopes, and I don't have to listen to my money managers or anything else. I just look at my chart. But here's what drives me. He says the labor participation rate doesn't mean anything. What are you, crazy? 9 million people are discouraged? We had 4 million people discouraged in 2007. Now we got 9 million. The reason our unemployment rate is fake at 4.9% because of the discouraged workers. That's why they have to make it fake. The real number is 18%. So what they've done, because we have the lowest labor force participation rate since 1955, because we have a total of 9 million discouraged workers, and each month, remember, when they give us these fantastic numbers, they celebrate 155,000 new jobs. They don't tell you the same month that they come out and say we got 155,000 new jobs. They don't tell you 525,000 more people, discouraged people, got out. They got out. They left. They stopped looking for work. How is that good? All it does is bring down the unemployment rate. What they do is they decide not to include the 525,000 people who dropped out of the workforce. Overall, since 2007, they now don't include the 9 million discouraged workers. They are not included in the 4.9%. They don't include them. So they tell you the economy's doing good with a lie. We have a workforce of 147 million people. There's 92 million people, or 37% of the population, do not have a job. And even worse, the middle class is getting torn apart. 7 million adults between the ages of 25 and 55. Now remember this is your prime working years, between 25 and 55. This is where you got to make your money. This is how you're going to retire. After that, you're too tired to make money. 7 million prime age are not working. That's 1 in 4 Americans. That's why our productivity rate is down. What's productivity? That gives us our standard of living. That's how much we produce per worker. And it's so low. We're not producing. It's the lowest productivity since 1970, and that's why our standard of living has dropped. What is he talking about when he says this? This is a lie.
Yeah, the labor force participation rate has been good news.
Yeah, good news to lie about the real unemployment rate of 18%. You just don't include the 9 million people who don't have a job. Are you nuts? Our economy under this zero interest rate is collapsing. Home ownership rate is the lowest since 1965. We've increased our national debt to every second $27,000. What are you, nuts? And here's the real problem. Instead of Obama and this Congress, both Democrats and Republicans, they fail to address our economic needs, especially the low wages, what we've been talking about. They fail to address the low participation rate, the low wages. They didn't work on it. They didn't care about the wages. They didn't care. They didn't care that people are making an average of $25,000 a year in this country, or $50,000 per household. They didn't care. Instead, what did Obama work on and Hillary work on? They worked on this stupid Obamacare. And then the climate. Which, by the way, Friday, do you know that Obama is going over, instead of focusing on our real economic needs, he's going over on Friday to Paris to sign a scam, to sign this Paris agreement. He's flying to China on Friday. This phony Paris climate agreement. Are you kidding me?
This is the single best chance that we have to deal with a problem that could end up transforming this planet.
Wait a minute. Shut up. Wait a minute. I want somebody to convince me. This planet is 4 billion years old. 4 billion. We've been occupying it for just 200 years of 4 billion years. And we, in 200 years of the 4 billion, have screwed this up so badly we created an ecological calamity that he's going to fix because I drank some coffee out of a styrofoam cup? Are you out of your mind? 4 billion years old, and I used a styrofoam cup. I created a calamity.
For more information on this show, go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Phil Grandy is a career businessman who has also been an entrepreneur all his life. He has used his business skills to take companies on the abyss of bankruptcy and bringing them back to profitability. Phil has been honored by Inc. magazine for the 500 fastest growing privately held companies and has been recognized with the prestigious Entrepreneur of the Year award. From the real estate to gas and oil industries to the stock market, Phil Grandy has mastered his line of business from start to finish. And with a passion and desire to make you a profitable investor, only Phil teaches you and guides you to make informed, unemotional investment decisions. And you'll gain the knowledge of what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. If you want to learn from the best and strengthen your ability to invest, then turn to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com. Simply call Phil's Gang at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com. Are you ready to get serious about your financial future? Reduce your debt, pay off those student loans, and prepare for retirement. Taking control of your finances can be intimidating, but with philsgang.com, you'll be educated and guided to make smart investment decisions in the stock market. If the market is up or down, philsgang.com is the only source where you'll learn how to trade stocks and how to invest in the stock market using professional-level skills and strategies. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. Most people get involved with a 401k because of the employer match. They really believe that there's free money. There's no free money. It's a scam. Here's how it works. You ever notice that you can't get the money all at once? Why not? Why don't they just give you the match all at once? Why over 6 years? Because they know only 12% of the people who work for a company stay for 6 years or more. Only 12% are there for 6 years. That's why they plugged it to 6 years. They know you're not going to stay. So it's not for your benefit. It's for the benefit of the company. It's a scam. There's an alternative, though. Phil's Gang. Join my gang. philsgang.com. philsgang.com.
Find out more at philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264.
As a mother, you don't want to have to worry about this bill is coming, but then she needs this chemo. That's a decision you shouldn't have to make.
At St. Jude, a family never sees a bill at all. It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders.
The treatment doesn't get any better than what you receive at St. Jude. It saved my life. It saved my daughter's life. It saved our family.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You hear me talk about 401ks every day on my radio show. Why? Because it's such a disservice. 89 million Americans have a 401k. There's 638,000 plans. And the father of the 401k, Ted Brenner, even admitted they're a scam. He doesn't endorse them anymore because of the ridiculous fees. You got to get away from those fees. Remember, every 1% fee, they take 30% of your retirement money. The average fund is 2.5%. 60% of the money is going to be gone when you're ready to retire. You don't need to do that. There's an alternative. Join my gang, philsgang.com. philsgang.com. Seek out the alternative. Give yourself a break. philsgang.com. Sign up today.
Find out more at philsgang.com, philsgang.com, or call 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264, 877-600-4264. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. This segment is brought to you by the Max Investor 1000 Stock Charts. For more information, go to philsgang.com.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Remember, 2 events this weekend here in Sarasota. We have the Walter Scheer book signing event, and that's going to be held this Saturday, the 10th, 5 and 9 p.m. at Servato's restaurant. I will be there. I'll be at both these events. Don't forget that is at Servato's restaurant. Don't miss it. All the money goes to charity. Also, remember, we're having an event, Dancing with Branson, 17-month-old boy who is losing his eyesight. We got to help him. We got to hopefully save his eyesight, raise some money for him. That'll be at the Robarts Arena on Ringling Boulevard. Go to my site, philsgang.com, for information on both these great events. That's this Saturday. Don't miss the book signing with Walter, and don't miss the Dancing with Branson, where there's going to be live bands and everything else going on. So barbecue to raise money for Branson. And also remember, they're both great causes, because Walter's cause would be raising money for the Center of Discover. So, put them on your calendar this weekend. Also, by the way, put on your calendar right now. Call 877-600-GANG to get free right now before we close the program, your MV2, and you'll see in 4 weeks, I'll prove to you it works. I'll give you another example. Valero, when nobody wanted oil or anything to do with oil, I had my gang members get in and buy Valero. I mean, by MPC rather. MPC, and MPC is a great company. And it's I'm not a great company. I don't know if it's a great company or not. It's a refining, is what I'm going to say, a refiner. I like refiners. So if you look, it was red, then all of a sudden MPC turned green from red on August 31st. And then it turned red again. It turned to red not until September 1st. That was a 20% gain. You didn't know anything about MPC. You just know when it went green, when it went from red to green, and then from green to red. What is hard about that? So let me give this to you free. Let me give it to you free. Okay? And you'll see in 4 weeks how it works. And you use it. You don't have to know anything about the company. You'll see I'm not kidding you. Call right now, 877-600-GANG to get the information. 877-600-GANG to get the information on this. It's a wonderful, especially September and October. You want to be ready. We're either for the biggest crash in the world, or we're going to have a hell of a rally because of QE. All right, I want to get back to this quickly. Listen to this nonsense.
We have a saying in America that you need to put your money where your mouth is. And when it comes to combating climate change, that's what we're doing.
Oh, yeah, they're putting their money where their mouth is. No, he's not.
If oceans continue to get warmer, that a lot of the marine species here could be affected.
I never heard such nonsense. You know what this is about? You know what this is about? And even the United Nations, Christina Fiorgari, she's the executive secretary of UN's Framework Convention on Climate Change, called Obama a fraud. This is all about redistribution of wealth. That's what it's about. It's about killing democracy across the globe. That's what she said. He uses this fake climate change. Like I said, this climate is this globe is 4 billion years old, and you're telling me in 200 years we screwed this up so badly he's got to save it? 200 years out of 4 billion? Here's what he's doing. He's trying to take all the money. He's trying to raise $100 billion from developed nations like ourselves. We already put in $500 million into this stupid thing. We could have taken this $500 million and we could have started to clean our roads up and our bridges. He takes $500 million. He never got permission. He never went to our Congress. Because you know why he didn't go to Congress? Because he didn't call it a treaty. He called it an agreement. Because all treaties under our Constitution have to be okayed by our Congress. So Mr. Smart Guy says, I'm not going to call it a treaty. I'm going to call it an agreement. Then I don't have to go to Congress and I can spit on the Constitution one more time. Because the Constitution to me is like an itch you can't scratch. It's an annoying thing, he says. Really. So he's putting $500 million of our money. Of our money. Remember, every year he's spending $800 million to $1 trillion more than he takes in. We can't afford that. And here's his plan. Here's what he's doing. He's trying to take money. He's doing redistribution of wealth from the rich countries, and he wants to give money to the third world undeveloped nations that are run by warlords and dictators to make sure that he can kill capitalism. He wants to keep the warlords and the dictators in power to kill capitalism. And he's using this guise, this renewable energy. He's going to do renewable energy projects. What a scam. It's nothing to do with renewable energy projects. It's funding these warlords and dictators because he doesn't want to see capitalism spread around the world. He doesn't. And if you don't think so, remember that ball player? The quarterback for the 49ers, I forget his name now. Kaepernick. Did you hear what he did? He backed him. He backed him. I thought I had a cut on that. But I thought he had, I think it's right here. Listen to this. Yeah, he's defending Colin Kaepernick. Can you imagine Reagan doing this? Are you nuts?
In terms of Mr. Kaepernick, I got to confess that I haven't been thinking about football while I've been over here. And I haven't been following this closely, but my understanding at least is that he's exercising his constitutional right but I don't doubt his sincerity based on what I've heard. I think he cares about some real, legitimate issues that have to be talked about.
Are you kidding me? He's taking time to talk about that? Are you kidding? When he increased poverty by 3.5 million people? We had 15 million people, 15 million households underwater in 2008. We still have 6 million underwater. Home ownership has dropped to its lowest since 1965. Wages are the lowest. Home ownership's the lowest. We've increased he doubled our national debt. He doubled food stamps. And he's talking about this guy who wouldn't stand up for the national anthem. He wouldn't stand up and he's praising him? Are you kidding me? What are you, nuts? This is unbelievable. God. Just like this unity, just like this, don't get, I'm going to tell you, do not get taken in with this climate change. Someone's got to convince me we have a 4 billion year old planet and 200 years we screwed it up. I don't think so. I don't think so. You know, I always talk about Democrats and liberals. They're different from one another. They're not the same, remember. Democrats are not like liberals. The difference, a liberal is a person who got his building permit last night to build his log cabin. Now he gets on the planning board to make sure nobody else gets a building permit. See, that's a liberal. That's a liberal. A liberal will sit down and eat venison. Then he'll send out vulgar letters to hunters. That's a liberal. Or a liberal will complain about the price of gasoline. Or hearing the oil, he oppose drilling. He'll oppose drilling or the pipeline. But he'll complain though. He'll complain about the price of gasoline. But then, boy, don't you drill? Don't you put up the pipeline? Liberals say they love America, but they will burn the U.S. flag and they hate capitalism. Liberals hate Christmas and they laugh at Christians. And are obsessed with calling Trump a racist. But after they imply black Americans are too stupid and poor and lazy to get voter ID like everyone else in America. That's how liberals are. Liberals will do everything they can to facilitate the deaths of millions of female babies via abortion and demand that men be allowed to use the women's restroom. Liberals are a sort of people who hear about police shooting of a criminal in a liberal city with a liberal mayor and a state with a liberal governor and conclude Republicans are responsible. That's a liberal. And they're the sort of people who believe that cops are racist, who abuse their authority, but they think only cops should have guns. Liberals are the sort of people who have an infinite supply of pity for someone who gets shot while assaulting a cop, but are indifferent to innocent Americans victimized by criminals. No, they're different, Democrats and liberals. Right now, all I want you to do is call this number, 877-600-GANG. Get your free MV2. This is September and October is when something happens. Try it for 4 weeks free. You'll love it. Call now. They're waiting for your call. 877-600-GANG before the program gets shut off.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me.